Hi everybody, it's Richard here. My thought for the day. Sorry. This time is about the legacy media, in particular newspapers, so-called, like the Daily Mail. So I went to a grammar school. Fortunately, it wasn't perfect, but it was good. And I had a teacher in the sixth form, English teacher, who was advising us all how to assess the press, analyse the articles and so forth. And basically assess what they're all about. And I chose the Daily Express because my mum used to read that. True. Explain a lot. And one thing I noticed is just full of advertising, just full of it. It's just basically an advertising medium. It's an important point to note. And later on, when I was 17, I think, pretty sure, yeah, the we had a referendum to join the EU, and I was too young to actually vote then, but we joined. I can't remember the exact proportion, it was quite high, about 60%. And the Daily Mail at the time was all gung-ho and fantastic. You go, yeah, jingoistic. Yay, let's go for it. Let's join. Fantastic news, fantastic markets and all that. Yeah. And we get to go abroad for free and all this stuff, cheap anyway. And yet 3 weeks later, it turned completely around and started attacking the EU. You know, making these dramatic things like wine legs and butter mountains and things, which were true in a sense. You know, they're basically reserves in place in case the farmers had problems with their crops, as happens. So there's perfectly sound reasons to have these things. But the Daily Mail sort of, well, it's a waste of money and a waste of time and all silly what they're doing this for. Stupid idea. And this is the problem. They may have told blatant lies, I'm not sure about that, but they've definitely misled people. They're notorious for it. And the Express is no better, it's just a bag of shit. And the Sun, Murdoch paper, bollocks. What bothers me, these things have an audience of people in their millions, and they get fed a dose of daily bullshit. Just daily lies or dishonesty or misleading statements or drama, pay attention here, not there. And it's also important to note just how imbalanced it all is, because the Daily Mail in particular did not. It started attacking the EU. It never, to my knowledge, published good articles about the EU. I checked. I was so surprised by the turnaround. I decided to check it ever since. Every time I go to a garage or a supermarket, I check the headline and find out what's going on. And sometimes go online to dig a bit deeper. And every EU article I saw was always negative. Every time. The good story was never published. And that omission is just as important, if not more important, than the negative stuff published. Because people notice stuff published, they don't notice what's not published. So these things is actually extremely naughty and very biased indeed. And I say these things they deal out bullshit daily to millions of people. And it's got so bad now that the politicians wonder what the Daily Mail is going to say. The Daily Mail is the kingmaker, decides what the policies are overall. It's clear. Starmer's running scared of the Daily Mail and Murdoch and all these people. He's following their policies basically. It's quite clear to me. And the daily dose of bullshit can't be good for the country as a whole, for the overall society. It's a really sick thing to do. Really nasty. And yet it's allowed. It's astonishing. But it's allowed. You know? Just what kind of people do we have in charge? You know? There's all this weird shit. You got Star Sport Israel, which is freaking evil, basically. And long-term bullshit being put into society allowed. Politicians running scared of this stuff. You know, not caring for homeless. Not doing their bit for climate change. Quite the opposite. Just what the fuck's going on? And the papers play a large part. They're not news. They're propaganda outlets. Many of them. They're all run to make a profit, or nearly all of them. And that's a biased thing, because they never ever criticise the advertisers. The hand that feeds them won't buy that ever. So you'll never get any sense of what these advertisers do, unless you actually read books like The Hidden Persuaders by Francis Bacon, which again this English teacher taught us about. Damn good guy he was. So yeah, these publications need a damn good overhaul. The whole issue about press and what's allowed, what isn't, what can be said and what not. You need a thorough review. It's so important. We should not allow this shit to continue anymore. It should be stopped immediately. So my thought for today turned into a rant as well. Thank you for listening, and share, subscribe, and do the usual thing. Thank you. Bye.